Hello, this is a short video presentation on graphing lines. This is not the way we will normally graph lines, but it's a way that works for any function. We could graph lines, parabolas, radicals, you name it, we could graph them with this system. The first step is always to solve for y. We want to get y by itself, so let's do that first. Minus 4x, minus 4x. We get negative 2y. Do not forget that negative. Negative 4x plus 6. Then I'm going to divide by negative 2. Everything gets divided. And one quick note here. Notice that when I did this, first 6 and 4x are not like terms. And secondly, when I did this, I have the x before the constant term, the x term before the constant. Always write it that way. These cancel, excuse me, and I get y equals positive 2x minus 3. Now, I make a table of values. Table of values is nothing more than an XY chart. I pick 3 values for x and solve for y using this equation right here. Always use 0, always use a positive, and always use a negative. So, y equals 2 times 1 minus 3. All I'm doing is plugging 1 into this equation to find out what y is. 2 minus 3, negative 1. Then I do y equals 2 times 0 minus 3. 2 times 0 is 0, so I just get a minus 3. And then y equals, let's change the negative 2 to a negative 1. Otherwise I'll be off my graph. 2 times negative 1 minus 3, negative 2 minus 3, or y equals negative 5. Now I just plot these points. First of all, I need to mark my scale, x and y scale. All right, I start with 1, negative 1, which is right here. Then I go 0, 1, 2, 3, which is right there. Then I go negative 1, negative 5, negative 1, negative 5 is right here. Now I'm going to draw my line. Oops, I'm not very good at this. So I draw my line. Like that. Notice my line has arrows on it. Dun, dun, and I continue it for the majority of the graph. Don't make a tiny little arrow. Always choose 3 points. If you choose 3 points and it's not a line, you made a mistake. All right, let's look at one more example. This time our example will have a fraction. All right, 2x minus 3y equals 6. Now, again, I'm going to solve for y. Subtract 2x, subtract 2x. And again, we show our work for this. Equals negative 2x plus 6. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. Y equals 2/3 x minus 2. Again, the x term first, the numbers second. Don't forget about this negative when we are dividing. All right, now we'll make our table of values. We do not want fractions. You do not want fractions. So when you pick your numbers, look at the denominator and use the denominator as a positive number and a negative number and 0. That will mean you do not end up with any fractions. So my equation, y equals 2/3 times 3 over 1 minus 2. 3's cancel. 2 minus 2 is 0. When I put in 0, y equals 2/3 times 0 minus 2. Any number times 0 is 0. I get negative 2. Notice I'm not dealing with fractions here. I don't want fractions. Ever. 2/3 times negative 3 minus 2. Now, a positive times a negative is negative. My 3's cancel. I have a negative 1. So I have negative 2 minus 2 or negative 4. And now I graph. So let me pause this and draw my graph. Okay, forgot to write my negative 4 right here. All right, I always have to have a scale, 1 and 1. And my ordered pairs are x is 3, y is 0, 1, 2, 3, right here, 0. 0, negative 2 is right there. And the last one is negative 3, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm right there. So now I draw my line. And I want to hit all 3 of my points. It looks like that. Notice that I have extended my line and I have arrows. And I have my scale. That's it. That's a simple way to graph. It's not the only way, but it's a simple way. I am also going to ask you on your assignment today, or the next assignment, to locate where we cross the y-axis. This is called the y-intercept, equals negative 2 here. I'm going to ask you to locate the y-intercept, and I'm going to ask you to calculate the slope. So we're going to graph and then find that information. All right, I hope this made a little bit of sense, and have a great day.